Tough times, eh? Sir, if I may say so.
Sonny,
Yes, sir?
you made the right decision. I'm glad you did.
Did I have a choice?
No, not really. But you gave in more easily than usual.
Maybe I'm getting old, sir. I have less and less time to argue.
That's a good one.
Happy to please.
Be at the premiere and keep an eye on Mr. Lupus. Have some champagne. You'll survive. And then you can go to your usual trespassing business.
What do you mean, sir? We never...
Martin, stop blabbing. I've seen how anxious you are to get in your car and start
不
making
法侵入許
trouble.
可出ました。
I think we've become predictable.
Then it's time to do something surprising.
Now get out of my sight, you chickens.
Yes, sir.
What else do you want?
I guess nothing. For now.
Then get your drumsticks out of here, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
ああ、唐揚げ食べたい。鶏もも。ループス。
What else do you want? Go on, get moving.
Sir, are you all right?
Wait, what?
You know, in the old days, you would have thrown this clown out.
Sonny, I don't think we should do this.
Leave it, Martin. Santino's right. A few years ago, I would have. But those days are gone.
What do you mean?
Just look at me. I haven't been the same since the massacre. And neither has the city. The gangs are tearing us apart. And we need all the support we can get to keep order.
You mean the king?
Men like Lupus are the king's lackeys. If we help them, we help ourselves. And our common cause to clean up the city once and for all.
I see. Well, thank you for your honesty, sir.
Just get things done, and the city
なるほ
will
ど
be
ね。
set right.
That's unusually optimistic of you, sir.
You see? I am getting old too.
We'll do what we can, Chief.
王の取り巻き連中って言ってるから、まあ、よくは思ってないんだろうな。ただやらねばならぬと。
If you don't mind me asking, boss, how come Moses and Plato aren't in charge of this buffoonery? I mean, they're your lapdogs these days, aren't they?
They're on other important business, Santino. And Lupus, I don't understand why, but he specifically asked for you.
He's got a problem with foxes?
Moses and Plato have known Mr. Lupus for some time. But if you want to know more, ask them.
I will. We've been so close to them lately.
Really? I think I missed a scene or something.
ルーパスじゃなくてループス。名前間違ってたのはあれなのかな。誤植なのか何なのか。シンプルに覚えてないのかこの子が。
Tell me, boss, where are Moses and Plato?
What's that got to do with you?
Well, we got a tip they might be working on some kind of super secret assignment. Maybe for the king.
How do you know about this?
Well, you know, we are detectives.
Don't joke with me, Santino. If the king finds out that the secret mission is known to every little detective in town...
Little detective? That's not nice.
If you know what's good for you, you won't stick your beak into this case. Understood?
Understood, sir. But you do realize that by making statements like that, you're just ruffling our feathers.
I'm not kidding this time, boys. If I find out you've gotten involved in this case, you'll be out of the station.
Yes, sir.
まずい。手紙盗んじゃったし。
Tell me, boss, will the king really be at this premiere?
Ah, Sonny, the king is a big fan of cinema and especially historical adventure films. Didn't you read it in the Cosmopelican?
The king is indeed a lover of cinema. And yes, he will be the guest of honor this evening.
I thought it was going to be us.
You'll have to do a lot of toasting at parties like this for that.
Yeah, thanks, I'll pass.
Oh, one more thing. Wear your best dress, detective.
That's what I'm wearing now.
Got it, Chief.
Hey, Mon, tell me, What the hell is all this? Who's waiting for us in the office?
You know what? I've not a clue, and it makes me furious.
You don't know? But you know everything that's going on here.
Yeah, that's just it. Blood Boil let whoever it is in through the back door, and me, he cut me out completely.
That's outrageous.
Right? But I'm not gonna let it go.
Good. Get the old bone chewer by his
このまま
tail.
じゃ済まさな
I
いわ。
will.
Tell me, Mon, did Laura call by any chance?
No, Marty. Sorry.
Any messages?
None.
Never mind. It's okay, she's probably busy.
Yeah. Listen, Marty, if you need a place to stay...
Oh, no, just leave it, Mon. I'll manage. She'll calm down and we'll sort everything out.
Amen to that, Marty.
That's the spirit, you big chicken.
ループス。
Listen, Mon, what do you know about this lupus fella?
Well, not much. Just what everyone else knows.
Sonny didn't even know he was a movie star.
What? Where do you live, Boss Bird? In a cave?
There you go, old man. What did I tell you?
Ah, leave me the cluck alone. So who is this guy?
Oh, as Marty says, a movie star, a personal friend of the king. And he's got quite a reputation as a ladies' man.
Yeah, well, he seems like a big jerk to me. And now it looks like we've got him round our necks.
How so?
Well, apparently someone plans to kill him at his movie premiere.
No wonder.
What?
Oh, forget it. So what's the deal? You'll have to take care of him, or...
Yeah, like babysitters.
More like bodyguards.
In this case, same thing. The guy's a giant toddler.
That's an understatement.
Wait, Mon, do you know Lupus?
What? No, I don't even like movies that much.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're ready to go then.
But just beware, boys. You know, movie stars like him always have crazy fans. Stalkers who are capable of anything.
Oh, come on, Mon. It's a classic case of petty blackmail. Somebody takes a chance because he's a rich buffoon. Most of the time, it doesn't escalate to violence.
Yeah, most of the time.
But we'll be there to make sure nothing bad happens.
Yeah, sure. Listen, Marty, can you go get some coffee?
What? We had like 5 jugs already today. Your heart's gonna explode, old man.
It's the last one. Then I swear I'll stop, but otherwise, I won't make it through the night.
Okay. All right. Your funeral.
Thanks, young fella.
Did you just dump Marty?
I need to ask you a favor.
Uh-oh. That's a bad start.
Blood Boil wants us to go to the movie premiere and watch for Lupus.
So far, so good.
But we have other things to do, so I'm gonna tell Marty to leave the evening discreetly.
That's all so clear, so where do I come in?
I need you.
Ah, you finally said it.
No, not like that. Listen, without Marty, I'm lost in the crowd.
How so?
And I can't stand the crowd. I don't like crowds. I need someone to keep me grounded so I don't freak out.
Oh, so I'll be the weight that's pulling you down?
Something like that.
I'm really honored. But listen, Sonny, I don't really want to go there.
Yeah, okay. You're right. I understand. I don't know why I even thought...
But I'll do it.
What?
I'll be there, Sonny. And I'm gonna take care of you.
What? No, you don't have to take care of me. Just,
I'll be there, okay?
Yeah. Thanks, Mon. Really. Eternal gratitude.
You'll owe me a coffee for it. A normal coffee, not the PD one.
You got a deal, Mon.
Hey, I brought the coffee.
You know what? You were right. I should take care of my heart.
Are you kidding me?
Sorry, buddy.
Mon?
Leave me out of this.
どうなんでしょう。ちょっとした
Something still smells fishy to me.
You think Lupus didn't tell you everything?
Of course not. And we don't know enough about him.
I know all his movies by heart.
Thanks, Marty. That's a big help.
You're just saying that.
Listen, why don't you go home and try to reconcile with Laura?
Oh, so you're gonna dump me again?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go home and get my shit together. and I'll talk to Lewis.
What do you want with Mr. Bunny Ears?
You know, he used to move in some pretty high circles. As far as I can tell, he's managed to climb back up to the top recently. Maybe he can tell us something useful about the wolf.
That's not a bad idea. So I'm gonna...
Relax, Marty. You can do it. You're strong.
You think so?
I think so. You can't run away forever. You also can't take endless advantage of Lewis's kindness.
You've been doing it for years.
That's beside the point, Marty. You can't end up like me. You have to talk to Laura.
It's kind of weird getting relationship advice from you.
Shut up.
まあ、他のとこには行けなさそうだね。パーティーで何事もなければモニカとおデートって感じになりそうだけどね。
I did have a choice. I always have. For example, I could have told him to go to hell. But I had a feeling that this business with Mr. Lupus might be oddly connected to what happened to Frank, and to what's happening at the Hive, for that matter. Or am I seeing things now? Either way, Lewis was an old friend of mine, and he always moved in pretty high places. I wanted to find out more about the wolf and the upcoming party, so this was the perfect chance to question him. I hoped I'd written his number down in my phone book.
うん、書き留めてあったよ。使ったしな。555792だっけ。555932。
Let's see. Hey, Lewis, old buddy. It's Sonny.
Sonny, how can I help you?
I need that clever skull between your huge, fluffy ears.
I'm so sorry, but I'm in a hurry. I'm supposed to be at the premiere of a major motion picture.
Is that so, El Wolf?
Have you heard of it?
Have I heard of it? I'm the guest of honor. I mean, next to the king, of course.
Well, that's wonderful. So, can we go together?
Yeah, that'd be great. Look, just come by when you're ready and we'll go.
I'm jumping right away!
Thanks, buddy.
ほう。
That
ちゃん
went
と
smoothly.
返り咲いてるっぽい
I
な、ルイス。
suspected that he was invited to the party. He's never missed one. And if the king is also attending, Lewis will take any opportunity to restore his once illustrious family to its former glory. Besides, I was very much hoping that he might have some useful information about Lupus, the king, and the other guests in general. He might even have a clue as to who might want to harm the silent wolf.
おお、もう来てる。私は着替えなくていいのかい？
The lion's den. Better not to disturb.
ビッとスーツで決めてるけど、ルイス。
Lewis C. Hayworth. Old friend. If it wasn't for him, I might be living in a homeless shelter. He helped me to find a place to live. And of course, get me clear of the booze. His heart is probably bigger than his ears. Thanks for jumping in already, Lewis.
Anytime for you, Sonny, anytime. Tell me, what's this about? And how did you get invited to the party? No offense, but...
Do I look out of place?
I just know you don't like these kind of fancy events.
You got that right. I didn't really have a choice. It's work-related.
Is Blood Boil expecting some trouble at the premiere?
He's not, but someone is. A certain Cassidy Lupus.
Oh, my God. The star of the loudest howl?
None other. But don't tell me you get weak at the knees when you hear his name.
Oh, come on. Not at all.
Thanks to the great wild ones. Seems like everyone's in love with this guy.
Well, he is, after all, the biggest movie star of our time.
Since we're going together, and since I know you're usually well-informed...
Well, my ears must be good.
Can you tell me a few things about the soiree? As much as possible. I want to be prepared for the culture shock of my life.
Sure, Sonny. Ask away. Well?
I'll get my thoughts together in a moment.
Take your time, Sonny.
Huge ファン。チキンポリスファンですね。
How are you these days, bunny ears? Even though we live in the same building, I hardly ever see you.
The Atlas Hotel is huge, Sonny. And lately, I've been spending a lot of time locked up in my suite. And when I have to go, I have to work abroad.
What kind of work?
You know, Sonny, ever since my parents' fortune ran out, I've had to work like regular people. But I'm not complaining. Business has been good lately.
If I didn't know you so well, I'd think you were avoiding the subject. So what kind of business is it exactly?
Oh, it's nothing really. Mostly real estate.
You haven't even renovated the Atlas yet.
What goes around comes around, Sonny.
I'm glad you're doing well. You've suffered a lot and you deserve it.
Oh, come on. That's nothing compared to your everyday life, Mr. Star Detective.
You still think it's romantic after all these years? Even in today's world?
If I had another life, I'd want to be a Clawville detective, too.
Damn your taste.
謎の、はいはいはい。あれね、カマキリ奥さんね。そう、眼帯気になってた。こっち側眼帯なんだよね。
Listen, pal, I don't want to be indiscreet, but...
You're asking about my eye.
Exactly. What's the deal with it?
I've been traveling a lot lately. I've been going to some dangerous places.
What do you mean?
You know the real estate business. Basically, I buy up abandoned buildings, like this one, the Atlas Hotel. Then I renovate it and sell it for a lot more money.
That's understandable. But your eye...
Well, yes. Sometimes I have to go to places that are too dangerous for a simple real estate agent. Have you ever been to the Torogo colonies?
Oh, they say pretty wild things about them.
It's beautiful. And the capital is a wonder to behold. But unfortunately, its jungles are still teeming with animals that are still quite wild.
You're not restoring an ancient pyramid, are you?
No, not at all. But let's just say, I'm too far from the safety of the capital.
You don't really want to talk about it in detail, do you?
If you don't mind, it's still fresh.
I understand. Listen, Lewis, have you seen a strange woman coming and going lately?
Are you dating, Sonny? Finally! Are you...
No, it's not that. A woman came to see me, in a black robe.
Oh, very mysterious.
She was. Only then she disappeared, just as mysteriously, like I was dreaming the whole thing.
I don't know. I didn't see anything like that. But like I said, most of the time I'm locked up in my suite, or I'm abroad. I rarely walk the halls of the Atlas anymore.
Well, thanks anyway, pal.
You're welcome, Sonny.
What do you know about Mr. Cassidy Lupus? Do you know him personally?
I wouldn't say that, but we've crossed paths. Our acquaintance is rather superficial.
Do you go to parties like this often?
More and more, thankfully. Ever since word got out that I've got some serious real estate in the colonies, I'm welcome back in high circles.
I'm glad for you. So what do you know about this buffoon?
Well, just a few things. He's quite a gambler, likes money and women, Not very good with either of them, though. His father was a serious con man who came out of nowhere and made himself quite a fortune.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Oh, but he's mostly harmless. Today, he's the star. Tomorrow, someone else will be. And I think he already feels the rope around his neck.
He must feel a rope because he hired me to protect him tonight.
Oh, is that what this is about? That's why they invited you to the party.
I wouldn't call it an invitation, more like an order. A stinky, dog-mouth-smelling order.
Well, it's understandable. Lupus is a great friend of the king. When he asks for a favor, it's only natural that Blood Boil would jump at the chance.
You know, my friend, I don't like the idea of us having to go to such lengths to curry favor with the crown. We used to be more independent.
No, you weren't, Sonny. You just weren't into politics.
I don't like it now either.
Life's not just laughter and rainbows, is it?
There are no rainbows in Clawville, Lewis. That's for sure. So the king will be present, right?
Oh, not only will he be present, the whole premiere will be in his honor.
How come?
For one thing, the king is a big fan of cinema. But there's another reason.
Which is?
The king's reputation is in tatters. Gangs are ransacking the city, and the crown and the police seem helpless.
Thanks.
Just the facts, Sonny. Elwooth is about the founding war, when Clawville was torn apart by multiple powers, and the first true king of Clawville brought order.
So the situation today is symbolically tied to the founding war.
Exactly. And he is the great king who brings order to chaos.
It's all political posturing.
What isn't these days? But I'd say it's more a kind of self-reflection. The people of the city have less and less sympathy for the king who lives in seclusion in his citadel. He needs to step out among the people.
Well, a fancy movie premiere isn't exactly a typical case of going out among the people.
True, but it's a start.
Kinda. Still, this isn't like our Hector.
You got that right. It's his new advisor's doing. She's pretty serious about image building.
The new advisor, huh? I thought I'd heard of her, but I'm not sure.
You live in a cave, Sonny? Everybody's heard of her.
I usually don't care about these things.
Until you get involved.
Well, I guess I'm a little involved now.
Don't worry, Sonny. The king is bread and butter. I know. I worked for him.
You worked for him? For the king? I missed that one.
Oh, you know, back in the old days, when I was young, the king could use my personal connections and my ability to blend in easily in any environment.
Yeah? Well, that's fascinating. Thanks, Lewis. So what about this new advisor?
She appeared out of nowhere after her predecessor mysteriously died.
Huh. And no one found that suspicious?
Well, the previous advisor was quite fond of life. They never found out what killed him exactly, but they found so many different substances in his system. It could have been anything.
I see. And that's when the new advisor came on the scene.
Partially. In fact, she'd been on good terms with the king for some time.
How so?
Have you heard of the new Unity Church?
Oh, their leaflets and posters are everywhere.
It's an organization that welcomes members of all other religions. They're a charity. They are working for a new, better world to come.
Yeah, at least that's the slogan.
Yeah, something like that.
So they twisted the king's head off with this bullshit.
Pretty much. But for now, he's only seen the upside. He's been showing up more and more in public. He's a generous benefactor. He advertises that he's fighting the gangs and the rest.
And you believe that?
Maybe I do. But that woman, there's something really weird about her. When you meet her in person, you'll understand.
Well, I can't wait.
Shall we go?
I think so. Take a deep breath.
Hey, Sonny, everything all right?
Yeah, just,
You don't really like crowds, do you?
What? How do you know that?
I used to be like that. You get used to it. Take deep, long breaths slowly. If that doesn't help, spot an object in the room and focus all your attention on it.
What is this hocus pocus?
Just take my word for it. It'll help you.
Okay, thanks, I guess. Now let's get going.
After you, Sonny.
新しい目標、新しい手がかり。いや、新顧問気になるね。建国戦争。これが映画化されたんだね。そのプレミアに行くと。行きましょう。どこだ？マーティの巣行けんだ。てかマーティ迎えに行かなきゃいけないの？あ、そんな感じだな。マーティが待ってるって言うから現地で合流するのかと思った。無言無言です二人。
Have you finally found your lost love?
Don't be silly, Marty. I am not in a good mood.
Sonny's a little panicked about the party, but it's not that bad.
Hey, that's personal.
Was. Hi, Lewis.
Hey, Martin. Everything all right?
Sort of. I'm not sure where I'll sleep tonight, but, yeah.
I'm glad everyone's so happy today.
Looking normal, Sonny? I knew you weren't gonna dress up.
I'll do it at my funeral. But I see you didn't put in much effort either.
Well, how am I gonna look in a tux next to you, huh?
And Laura wasn't in the mood to iron your clothes, huh? Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to. It was a reflex.
As usual. But you're right, by the way.
You two haven't made up yet.
I wouldn't say that. It's a little more complicated, but I think I can stay. For a while.
Well, that's something, isn't it?
Yeah, well.
So, shall we go?
Yep, let's get going.
At least the rain of clothes is gone. I hope they don't predict another storm in the near future.
So, shall we go?
What? Bad memories of standing around here, huh?
Haha, you're very funny.
This is so exciting. I can't believe I'm on patrol with the chicken police.
It's just a ride, Lewis. Don't overreact.
You know what? Don't listen to him. I like your enthusiasm.
Thanks, Martin.
マップ更新。これ？あ、これだ。アイボリーパリス。映画館ですね。大作映画のプレミア上映はここで行われている。行こう。あ、まだ？
Huh? What is it?
Nothing. Nothing. Let's go.
なんだなんだ。新しい場所がまた増えた。なんか増えた？何も増えてないけど。何も増えてないね。じゃあ行っちゃおう。